Hello, my name is Sophia Rizzo and I go to DeLand High School. My college I would like to go to in the future is the University of Florida, and I would like to study biochemistry or public health. The reason I choose those majors is because I'm currently taking chemistry SL at my school, so I've always had an interest in chemistry, but also I would like to go into the medical field. My father actually works in the medical field as a psychiatric nurse, and specifically in adolescents. So a main focus of my time as my major, I would like to focus on the research of neurodevelopmental disorders. This actually ties into one of my future goals, being to go into the research field as a doctor. I specifically would want to research those neurodevelopmental disorders, specifically in adolescents, and how that relates to teaching and learning abilities. This is going to be a good opportunity by my attendance at University of Florida because they actually already have a pretty good medical school, which is one of the best in the state and then country. So this is why I would like to go to University of Florida. I am actually an officer in a lot of my school's clubs. I'm a very active member in my school community, and that consists of NHS, Science National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, and my favorite club, which is probably Interact. Interact I've been involved in for 4 years, starting off as a normal member before rising in the ranks and becoming a secretary, and then I've been acting as president for the past 2 years, for my junior and senior year. The reason I like Interact is because I can impact the community on a local level, a global level, and at a local community level. I basically have an active role in my community, but also in and outside of the high school. Some of the things that we enjoy doing is performing service projects, and some of those can be as simple as doing an art project for the creative month, and so that probably just brings kindness to our community and brightens up the school atmosphere. But also, we also participate in our local homecoming parade, and we make a whole float that's completely handmade. Now, if we impact our community, is we do a lot of food drives. One of the biggest things is we have a Thanksgiving box, which is basically where we are able to collect food within our community, put it into a box, and it becomes a Thanksgiving meal for a family in need who cannot technically afford it otherwise. Some of the ways we help out at a global level is because Rotary Interact is a member of Rotary, and Rotary is more of a global foundation, and we are a sub-foundation. And so, because we are a part of it, we like to help Rotary in all their goals, because as they come with us, they actually help us a lot as well by giving us funding. Some ways we repay that is we're helping them in their efforts to eradicate polio, which is already very close to eradication, but we've contributed to their efforts. We decided to design a service project, which I spearheaded as president, and this began about 2 years ago. And so what we wound up doing is we did a service project around the Easter theme, and then we did sort of like Easter egg candygrams that we would sell to people who they could send to whoever in the spirit of Easter. And all that money that we raised from that was then donated to the Rotary's efforts to eradicate polio. And that's some of our impact we've had at a more global level in affairs. And so these are just some of the extracurriculars that I enjoy participating in within my school. Some of my extracurricular activities involve me starting my own tutoring business. This started as a small endeavor just to earn some pocket money back when I was a freshman, and it began when I replied to an ad looking for a tutor. But then it quickly escalated and grew. I came from a very private small middle school, so I pretty much knew everyone and everyone knew me. And so that sort of established some of those earlier foundations, and through my sister and her friends who needed help, I was able to start tutoring other people. Throughout the years, that's quickly escalated, and I've been, by word of mouth, been getting more students to help tutor. I now tutor currently 8 to 10, and I tutor every afternoon for about 2 hours. This has been some of my business. I've worked for my extracurriculars, and it's been a really good foundation because it's not only helped me learn and brush up on some of those old skills that are a foundation, but it's also allowed me to help other people earn their own striving and own success in their own school foundations. One of the best times was actually when one of my students who was struggling to even graduate because they hadn't gotten the necessary English score to pass their 10th grade FSA was seeing her be able to pass with some of my help. We did some of those exercises that maybe not been the stereotypical in school class exercises and was more adapted to her learning behavior. And so seeing her being able to finally graduate was really touching for me because I was even able to attend her senior graduation. And I'm just happy that I was able to have that small impact and help her in her own successes. And then, of course, impacting my community as a whole outside of school. Actually, I co-founded an organization called The Land Hope. It stands for Helping Other People Eat, and this was a service club that was founded outside of our school because our principal thought that there was too many similar clubs. But we actually realized that having no affiliation with school allowed us to expand on our freedom, and we were able to make a more direct impact on our community. We do a lot of fundraisers. We've done a car wash, and we've done multiple events at the bridge at our neighborhood center, which is a place where people in need come, and we were able to do a couple of lunch and dinner services while providing free food and meals to those in need. Some of the biggest things that we've done is it helped in my leadership within the community. We were able to raise $1,500 through either fundraisers or we were able to get grants, and now we're able to be eligible for becoming a 501c3 organization. This is very good because it allows us to make an even more direct impact on our community through the credibility it's granting us with other big government organizations and businesses such as like Publix or Chick-fil-A, which basically gives us credibility and allows them to do partnerships with us to help raise even more money through fundraisers and whatnot. And so this was a big part of my community impact that I've worked on for the past couple of years as we've been able to grow as a group and get more and more opportunities and help make an impact. One of those ways we made an impact was our past organization service club project. We basically did a Christmas meal drive, and so with the money we earned from our chocolate bar fundraiser, which we sold chocolate bars, we were able to use that money and fund our way to make 24 Christmas meals, and we assembled them all together, and we wound up donating them all to our neighborhood center so that every single member of their neighborhood center that lived there currently was able to have a whole Christmas meal for them and a family of 4. And so that's some of the ways we've made an impact on our own local community throughout these past couple of years. I believe that I'm a good candidate for the PEO Scholarship. I feel like I am a strong woman who is able to demonstrate leadership capabilities, some of the core values that are represented in the PEO Foundation. I'm not only an active member in my school community, but I'm an active member in my local community and globally through my presence in my tutoring business, the Land Hope, and school club affiliations, either through Interact, student government, or a part of my membership in multiple honor societies. Therefore, I have a great prevalence and honor to my academics, but also as to my impact and to being able to have a better impact and help others in need in those in our community. And so I'm very grateful for you giving me this opportunity to share more about a little bit about myself and giving me the opportunity to apply for this scholarship. Thank you so much, and I hope you see me as a good candidate for your PEO scholarship.